everybody, and welcome. It is the 28th of May, 2025, and this is a very special edition of the Level 99 live stream where we are feeling fine all the way up here at Level 99. And what makes it even better today, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, allow me to introduce to you ring announcer extraordinaire, Pat Anthony. Take it away.
Due to some technical faults by Commissioner LDZ, the following stream is now the best 2 out of 3 shitposts. Introducing first, he is from Argentina, weighing 165 pounds. Diaz and Pat Anthony MD.
Let's go. He's not a doctor, but I'll let him check my prostate anytime.
Any day of the week. 25-8-366.
I know that's right. And for those of you who do not know, Pat Anthony is one of my most bitter rivals, but better friends with benefits. We've been taking shots to each other on the mic and in the ring, all up and down the roads, and now we've been kind of migrating over to the streaming space. And you've been killing it over on your channel. I'm really a huge fan of your production values. And for all of us over on this corner of the internet, Darksyde Ranter, Strollier, Coffee Not Safe for Work, can you give us a little intro? Can you let us know what you're all about?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm Pat Anthony MD. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Been a little bit away dealing with some personal things. So the streams have been pretty much non-existent lately, but we will be returning to Twitch next Wednesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, for the live stream of the Switch 2 release, coming to you live from GameStop, and the streams will continue after that. We're due to some life changes. We got to take some certain individuals out of our intros and our video packaging due to
Chris Benoit.
Somebody
you
close
got a Chris
to me
Benoit.
leaving my life. But yeah, we're gonna Chris Benoit them out of the content, and we're coming back next Wednesday night, 10:30 p.m. Same Stone Cold time, same Stone Cold channel, twitch.tv/PatAnthonyMD, and then after that, the streams will continue to go on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. So yeah, feel free to check it out, and thank you all for your follow. Feel free to shoot me a follow on all those socials, and I am so happy to be here for this content, for this good content, as our good friend Prolocar, shout out Prolocar, would like to say that we are about to make tonight, my friend.
This is true. This is true. The reason for the season, the man of the hour, although I'm very hesitant to call him a man, is one Review Tech USA. And I think, we were kind of talking in the back on the first take about our experiences with Review Tech USA. And I think it really matches each other because we used to be fans of the guy when he was actually reviewing tech. We thought that he had, a type of charisma to him. We actually looked to him for opinions on things, and then I'll let you do the heel turn. I'll let you explain the dark side of Review Tech USA. I'll tag you in for this one.
Yeah, I was really enjoying his content when the Switch came out. He was one of the channels I watched the most when the GameStop debacle started to go down. And what was the other big thing he used to cover? DK Oldies. Have you ever heard of DK Oldies? Were you following that train?
First up, Nocturnal. What up, Pimp? Good to have you. Thank you for locking it down over on YouTube. And I'm not familiar, but I have heard it before. So there's
DK Oldies went kind of viral a couple years ago for they charge ridiculous prices for video game resales, like consoles and accessories, but they don't like. People, content creators and YouTubers were
I'm getting excited.
Finding out that they were not refurbishing them like they said they would, but they were charging 3x, 4x times the prices. And Review Tech USA used to be like a big not supporter, but used to be a big detractor of them. And then his content, his content kind of took a dive. He would fucking post shit about his family, and he got caught lying about his family or just doing terrible lolcow shit on the internet. And you know what? We're not down with that. We're here to shit talk about that today and watch some good content.
This is true. This is true. And speaking of the good content, he is the content curator when it comes to everything lolcow. All fans of the channel like Darksyde Ranter, who just used the Dance Dance Revolution ! DDR command, can attest to. Dashfire has been a staple, has been a pillar of this channel whenever it comes to recapping what's been going on in the Vortex with DarksydePhil, the Sector, with Ethan Ralph, with Kino Casino, and with Review Tech USA. He's always been providing even the wider cinematic lolcow universe, even the fans of these people. Dashfire has gone and done a couple of videos on River Rejection, Pro Wrestling Reality. Myself and PWR got into a big tussle and became a huge to-do. We kind of left our mark on the annals of history, or the annals of history, if you want to, you know, be realistic about it, because it's all shit. This is all empty calories, and I just want to let it be known from the jump. Like we're both professional wrestling fans, right? And like right now, wrestling's really hot. Everybody's talking about it. It's everywhere, especially it being WrestleMania season with the acquisition of AAA. And there's a big parallel between pro wrestling and the internet lolcow blood sport that is being a detractor. And that's been bleeding through into actually some independent tag team pro wrestlers out there who, you know, take on the mantle of being a detractor and then trying to sneak in as many detractor memes and references as possible into a promo or into a video. And I think a lot of it is thanks to videos like Dashfire, because there's just so much dead, dumb air. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Mark, MMA Mark, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between, MMA Marks, aka Good Buddy, is in the ha with a raid. Thank you so much, my friend. For those of you who do not know MMA Marks, and shout outs to TJ Saunders, MMA, good to have you, my friend. Good to have all of you raiders here. My name is LDZ, aka Lord Diaz, and the other voice that you hear and the disembodied head that you see floating in the sky over there is Good Buddy Pat Anthony Maryland. Buddy, you may actually know Pat Anthony Maryland. He's also a fellow professional wrestler. And Buddy, MMA Marks, I used to train him way back in the day when he was on the come up and working towards being a professional wrestler.
That's right. What's up, Marks? What's up, Raiders? Welcome to the shit show. You came in just at a perfect time.
Yeah, we're just about to fire up this video from Dashfire. We thought it'd be a good idea to kind of let everybody know who Pat was and kind of talk about pro wrestling as a whole right now and how it kind of aligns with what's going on in the Detractorverse. There's always these idiots on the internet that try to, you know, I guess cut promos on each other. I mean, back in the day, it was West Coast, East Coast rap, you know, Pepsi and Coke, Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, Xbox and PlayStation. And now we're just taking it to the next logical step and just, you know, doing people watching and pointing and laughing at these people. And I love seeing all those emotes in the chat, guys. Keep it up. I love seeing it. Really do appreciate it. So let me go ahead and move Pat Anthony's beautiful face out the way, as much as I love seeing it. And we're going to fire this video up unless you got anything else on your mind, any business style announcements, anything that you have coming up, or something that you would like to let the fine people, the great audience here, know about you.
Is there a way we can move that kick stream down so I can make that video screen a little bit bigger?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kick chat.
Yeah, nobody chats to me on Kick other than bots. Oh, hey, coffee. Thank you. I am acting a little thirsty, but that's because I've got
I will drink. I will draw. I'll play along.
Let's go. You don't want to make me Too-chan angry. And I need everybody that's hanging out with us in YouTube, everybody hanging out with us on Kick, and everybody hanging out with us on Twitch to grab the nearest bottle of water and chug that shit, because hydration is beautiful. And if you're dehydrated, get the fuck out of my lobby. Real shit. I need to make it so that good buddy is looking at the thing right here. This is true. At the end of the day, we're just pointing and laughing at people on the internet for our amusement. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Dash Fire's 36-minute epic about Review Tech USA and all of his bullshit that he's got going on. Let's do a little bit of people watching. And just let me know. Give me a shout when you're ready to have a conversation. And see what comes up next. Nocturnal with the subscription. Thank you so much, Nocturnal, for being a member.
Nocturnal became a member.
I love it. I appreciate you, homie. That's kind of hilarious. Just wanted to see what it did. Yep. Please do abuse the privileges that I have afforded you.
Fired from the show, kicked to the curb, left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed.
Can confirm my numbers are way better since I've been better about staying healthy, happy, and hydrated. Darksyde Ranter. Now you're speaking my language. Excuse me. Nocturnal says, I was gifted one before I could get my own. Well, thank you so much for re-upping your membership, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry, say it one more time, buddy.
Can you crank up the volume on that YouTube vid a little bit, my guy?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Welcome to the wasteland.
Oh, hey, yo. Hello there.
Oh.
All right, let me turn this all the way up.
And today,
How about
we're
that?
going to look at RTU's bait and
Yes, but it's
switch
coming
with
in
his
on my end
tattoo.
if you want. It's
And
coming
yes,
very
I will
scratchy,
prove
like the audio is really distorted.
Okay, let me turn that down.
there was a bait and switch.
That's much better.
But we start today
Perfect.
with
Diaz
Review
is
Tech
gifted with
USA,
endowment coffee. I'll allow it.
or Rich Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Or whatever he wants to be called.
James Franco
Because
from the
apparently
movie 147 Hours is not allowed in here? No. I don't get the reference. I never saw the movie, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Handle still on Twitter, the real RTU, and he made a big membership goal. 1,500
Pat's a little quiet.
members.
Let me turn him up.
He ended up getting
Pat, give me your O
2,000
sound.
members.
Hey,
And the reward
testing.
is that he's going to get a
1, 2.
tattoo of Phil jerking off, tattooed on his ass. Now
Turn
let's
my
look
mic
at the
up in
video
Discord,
RT put out
There you
when
go.
he officially made the announcement.
Good,
I'm
thank
The
you.
membership
Thank you.
goal has been reached. And remember the details he says in this video.
Hello, Philip Paul Brunel. I'm a man. And in case you haven't known, I think your audience has let you know. I actually had a goal.
Let you
of
know,
hitting- if I
guys.
hit-
Right off the bat, my man doesn't even know
Right
how to
off
use
the
it.
bat, he doesn't know how to English.
Me fail English? That's impossible. It was a hydration joke. Bet. Thank you. You have to understand. If I'm on stream, I'm high. Can you hear the sound effects that I'm pressing on the button on the stream deck? On the Discord?
And I know I cannot.
Okay, you're better off because I'm gonna pull a Review Tech USA and press the applause button a dozen times.
1,500 subs. By the end of March, I would get a picture of you being Dracula from the Castlevania NES box art.
Now notice there, as he emphasized the words box art for the tattoo.
Of you being your fat face being Dracula. There it is.
We're gonna pause it right there. Okay, so are you familiar with the today rich, tomorrow rich joke?
I am not. You're gonna have to fill me in.
Oh, I will fill you in, brother. So, Review Tech USA, just like all of these locales, will stand on their soapbox and pronounce all of these things to the internet, you know, where other people can see and hear what he says and then also save it for prosperity. And then literally go on the next stream or the next day or later down the road and go, yeah, I never said that. I'm never saying that. And then literally it's him saying it. So that's the joke. Rich today, rich tomorrow, because whatever he says today will obviously be the opposite than tomorrow.
So when
Do
he
these
made the
stupid
members
fucking
goal,
assholes not live on the internet? Everything, the internet's written in ink and it's non-erasable.
Facts, which goes back to our previous conversation about dick pics. If you don't send dick pics, they don't get leaked.
this specific picture, he said he would get tattooed on his ass of Phil. The only difference being that Dracula on the box art would be Phil's jerk-off face. Remember that. Remember these little details.
See that?
Fair.
We hit the goal, Phil. I'm getting that.
Oh my God. Tony the Dishwasher 7 is just followed the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. We're one step closer to the goal. Whatever that goal is, I don't remember. So let's find out together. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tony the Dishwasher got us one step closer to that arbitrary goal that means nothing in the long run, but means so much to me in the here and the now. Goes on to say, I will now follow you in real life when you're walking down the road when I have time. Well, that's not ominous at all. And good luck, because I don't like going outside. You know what I like doing? Not going outside. You know what I love doing? Not doing things. All right, let's keep it going.
Box art, except you're going to be Dracula with your May 1st fat face on the side of my left ass cheek.
Are you familiar with DarksydePhil's O face?
Yes.
Intimately aware. Yeah, pretty much if you follow my timeline on my Twitter, you're probably going to catch a glimpse of it a couple of times.
Now the little details there, he said that picture will be tattooed the side of his left.
Oh my gosh!
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Barn Dogs just did it to him. Back-to-back follows on Twitch. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you.
And Mark's apparently got some shrimp.
I don't rocks with seafood, but if you like it, I like it. What kind of shrimp, though?
Ass cheek.
You gotta follow the hot young
Inquire
dudes.
about it.
We got a bunch of hot young dudes. Look at this dude right here on the screen. Well, he's not really hot, and he's not really young. And I mean, with them titties that he's got, it'd be kind of a stretch.
25.
It'd be kind of a stretch to call him a dude.
This upcoming week.
Steamed shrimp.
Phil,
Let's
your
go.
face is literally going to be in my ass.
Ew, he
I just
said.
want that to sink in for you.
He said in.
Now, first off, I don't know why at the end he said, your face is going to be in my ass.
Pause. Fruity and Slip. There's the prevailing theme out there is that Review Tech USA is gay for DarksydePhil. And I mean, if you follow Review Tech and if you follow DSP, there might be something there. There might be something there.
So I've noticed he always tries to do like you know me and in our group chats. So we can sometimes talk to each other like we're a little gay.
Oh yeah, no, that's the
Yeah.
allure of it. We use our best material on each other.
He tries to do this with his audience, like does the little gay references, but it comes off creepy and pedophilia-ish.
Oh, bro, we haven't even gotten to the Dropbox situation yet. There was a DarksydePhil stream where it was the Level 666 podcast, straight out of fucking hell. And it was supposed to be the snakening of Kino Casino. We're peeling back some onions here. I'm going to try and keep it concise and tight. DSP linked up with Kino Casino, who are really big on Kick. He got the Kino bump. He started making a lot of money thanks to the Kino Dents, who give money to the Kino Casino. They started giving Phil a lot of money, gassed him up, made him think he was $1 million bucks. But then there was a rug pull, and now Phil decided to recruit Review Tech USA on a stream, outlining all of the ways Aces and Eights style. Remember that TNA episode where they tried to explain all of the intricacies of the Aces and Eights storyline, where it was like, it looked like I turned on this person, but I was really just doing it for the greater good, and all that contrived bullshit.
Yes, I remember.
Coffee says,
Coffee.
in my ass tongue first, and gay humor is fun until your friend looks sincere. I'm waiting for the one line that's going to be like, are you serious? For real, for real?
Until your friend looks sincere, like that face that Rich is giving right now.
The smoldering eyes, the thick dick-sucking lips, you know? While not the most painful thing TNA has done, it was painful. Darksyde Ranter is our resident pro wrestling ranter. We're a huge fan of Darksyde Ranter. We chop it up about wrestling at any and all time.
Almost like there's a slip there, because you're supposed to say on your ass. And then after RTU got all
and
the money,
speaking of,
he
we
announced
got to
this,
add the
he changed it.
the
He no
sub to
longer
the
was gonna
goal.
get it
We
on
got a
his
goal
ass
going
cheek.
on.
Now he changed it to, I'm going to get it on my thigh. Then changed it to, I'm going to get it on my arm. And that's only half of the bait and switch. And another delusion of Dickers. He claimed that the process and the video of him getting this tattoo.
Tony the Dishwasher says, hope you beautiful people have a good night. Much love. Stay blessed. MMA Marks. Peace out. Hey, I need everybody across YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, and Discord to wish Tony the Dishwasher a very good evening. Thank you for hanging out with us, my friend. Anytime that you spend here with us is greatly appreciated.
Have a good
It's
night,
going to go
Dishwasher. Thanks
viral
for dropping in.
and get millions and millions of views. He said everybody's going to be talking about it. Everybody wants to see this. It's more delusion. And this is another example
go.
of
Why'd I do
not
10?
knowing what's going to be popular, what's going to go viral, and what other people that are not degenerates actually
Every
like.
sub is about a $5.
And how in the hell do you think tattooing DSP's jerk-off face on your body is a good idea?
Oh,
You even
shoot.
said
PWR Soldier in the high. Welcome. You effing coward.
in your streams you do not like DSP. Imagine a person you don't like and you tattoo their face while they're jerking off on your body. And also look at your priorities.
Ugh.
You gotta tattoo Lauren's name on your body, your kids' names, but no. It's gotta be Phil, because you're so obsessed with Phil. And it's funny too because he always says detractors, they're obsessed. They're psychotic. They're secretly fans of Phil. And they stalk him and do all these creepy stuff. From what I can understand, there's no detractors with DSP's jerk-off face tattooed on their body. However, this is part of
We got all the hot young dudes coming in.
his grift, which we'll get into because we know how much he paid for this and how much he made with his membership goal. But also, in reality, it did not go viral. It did not even get close to being viral. Anyone that saw it laughed at it, except for the cult members in his chat. These sycophants like the Jostler, who shaved his head, shaved his beard just to be like RTU, also does the same humor as RTU. He has a really parasocial relationship with the Jostler, or the Coxler as I call him.
Whoa.
You got people like Juicy Booch,
Jesus.
or Juicy Cuck,
Oh.
who straight up brag
Dashfire's
about
the
how much
savage,
money
bro. Dashfire, fellow Canadian, absolutely like sticks the knife and twists it with every video that they put out. Absolutely wicked work coming from
gives to
Dashfire
RTU
right
and
here.
at one point DSP as well. And it's funny how mad they get because they think, oh, this person's pissed, that person's pissed. Oh, it's so funny. We're all laughing at you. Like, no one's mad, like, oh my god, I can't believe you gave him money. What an
Northern
asshole.
Ontario
Blah,
in
blah,
the
blah,
ha.
blah.
Let's go.
We're all laughing. Like, every time I see RTU streaming, I know, okay, the Coxler will be there. Juicy Cunt will be there.
Oh.
You got people making fake accounts, pretend to be other people, to give him money, so it looks like there's more people support him than just a handful, just like Phil.
Sounds
and
familiar.
RTU is the most
Right, where have I seen that
disingenuous
happen
person
before?
I've ever seen. On stream, he tries to put up this facade of being this happy-go-lucky, smiling guy. But watch when he gets criticism. Watch when someone pushes back on him. All of a sudden, that smile goes away. He starts to get
His smile and
sour look on his
optimism
face.
gone.
And he can't handle criticism.
Shut the fuck up
because
and
whenever
eat it.
someone else
Eat
says
it.
something about him, it's
Thank you,
World War
Coffee.
III. It's the end of the world. Boom, boom, boom. When he says something about someone else,
Coffee,
oh, it's
I'm starting to feel a little anxious. It's been almost 40 days now. I've been counting since I've ordered that dance pad.
funny. Isn't it funny, guys? And the funniest thing is when he starts fighting with detractors or someone he doesn't like
RTU is
8-bit.
a DSP light but fat.
PWR soldiers got it right.
Eric or Melanie Mack or kind of
Pat,
Yo.
very important question. Melanie Mac.
Hold on. That name sounds familiar. Let me
Do a little Google search. I'll play some music in the meantime. Report back with your findings.
Wood. 0 drinks.
0 drinks, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Anthony has spoken.
Who is Mel?
Sav, and he'll go,
Coffee.
oh, I'm gonna roast them. I'm gonna burn them down today. Let's do a stream. And what does he do? Watches their videos and goes,
Whoa, buddy.
We getting there at money.
Kinda sad.
We getting there at money.
Kinda Sav super chatted $3.06. Get in the fucking ring.
Get in the fucking ring, Shinji, and thank you so much. Kinda sad. It's a red carpet affair. All the heavy hitters are out and about here tonight, cutting the slab of bacon off the back of Review Tech USA and putting it on the grill. The mortal enemy of Review Tech USA, Kinda Sav, is in the welcome, my friend. What is this that I heard about the Kino Casino talking shit? What the?
look at this. This is so funny. Ha 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 ha. See? Boom, roasted. Like, you don't even know how to roast people.
Thank you
Rich.
so much for the $4.20 too, by the way. Sheesh. And you know what that means? We just hit the goal.
Let's go. I like the poker chips.
Yeah. I have no original ideas. Literally everything that you see is some sort of ripoff from one thing or the other. It was like a year ago, and then again today. What? It was mostly just over people telling me about it. Man, I guess that's what that Polynesian tweet was about too. Did they call you Polynesian?
And don't get me started. When he starts accusing people of being obsessed with other people, he'll go to people's channels and see, okay, how many videos did you do on this person? And he'll count up how many videos they did. But then you go and look at RTU's channel, well, not the deleted one, Rich Tomorrow, or the basement, or whatever he's calling it now.
Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's an insult or what, but it was mad specific. Oh, bro, you're right. We need the Joe Hendry sound clip, and I actually want to make it a Joe Hendry command. So every time you put in *Joe, it'll say his name and then he'll appear.
No, you just have the video pop up. Say his name. And...
Look
People
at
are going
every
to
live
spam
stream
the shit out of that.
Oh, brother. Maybe I should put it behind a $2.20 tip.
or video that has DSP in it.
Speaking of, we are so much closer to the goal. If we hit the goal, we'll do a Nova Online react. Did you hear, or actually, do you know about Nova Online, Pat Anthony?
I do not.
Oh my goodness. We may have to take a little field trip because just today, actually, his 5th Discord was nuked and he spurged out about it online.
Even sometimes just in the thumbnail, but he won't even talk about them in the stream.
I only
Look how many
know that
times he
they
reacts to
exist.
DSP on
They
every
look
single
scary
stream.
as
He is obsessed with them. He says that's his reality show, but at the same time, he's more like DSP than he thinks. There's so many similarities, and I think it's really funny, is that they're both from the New York area in Connecticut, and they both supposedly were inspired by Howard Stern.
Also, I'm saying they cause I don't know what their deal is. Brother. Look, I'm going to find a photo. Hold on.
And the creepiest thing of all is DSP always tells stories about how he has an uncle named Rich. I'm just saying, they could be long lost family. But now, let's see RTU's reality of him failing to go viral and him declaring this will go viral, and he's expecting millions and millions of views, when in reality he gets about 18,000.
That'll go viral. You want to know something that's going to go
Oh,
fucking viral?
bro. Here we
You want to
go.
know something that's going to go viral? I don't give a shit that people think I'm weird or whatever. his tattoo, filming that experience is gonna go viral. That is gonna go viral. I'm gonna film it. I don't know if I could film the consultation tomorrow. I'll ask if I can.
So wait a minute. Hold on a second.
What?
Remember, the other day, Sav, they're gonna show it.
That's gonna go viral. Me going to a place.
How come this? Okay, yeah, okay.
People I've talked to them on Discord already, so I have the connections. And me spending money for someone else to make money
Ignore
off
me,
of my
I'm
face being
dented.
there, and I make fucking nothing, and I make even less money because I can't work here, is not going to go viral. Getting a Castlevania NES tattoo with his face on it, looking like he's about to nut again, will absolutely get millions of fucking views. Brothers, dude, what the fuck? How did I come in while you were watching this video specifically? I haven't watched people's streams in like 3 weeks, and the first time I come in back to the Lord Diaz stream, it's this video. I don't know, Sav. Like, so Pat, this fat fuck, either he or one of his flying monkeys struck down kind of Sav's most recent stream, because she showed a part of, I guess, his stream where he literally had his titty out, and then him or somebody in his orbit struck her channel for sexual content.
Jesus Christ.
Cosmic, or maybe I'm just baked. Girl, same.
That's what I want to focus on. Not making someone else money. That's not my focus. I already tried that shit in January and February.
Millions of views.
Hey, did you hear what Review Tech USA did? I don't care what Review Tech USA did. I don't care what a boorish loser does.
Damn!
I'm eating Subway today.
He's eating Subway today, dudes. Like it's a flex, bro. Oh my goodness, hold on. The only thing, I'm not still really sure what the standing is of it. I got shut down and demonetized, but I don't know if I have an official strike. Got an email that sounded medium scary, but not super official. See, I hope that it can turn around, because that really kind of sucks. And this is Nova Online, by the way. I just wanted to let y'all know. This is what you're looking forward to. That is Nova.
That's pretty exciting. That's way more exciting
That's
than
a greasy
anything that Boar has ever
meatball.
done in his entire life. And I've got good stuff to do. I got great
We're gonna put
gameplay.
him right.
I don't give a shit about him.
Right in the corner.
Yeah.
Right there. That's
I don't
good.
care.
Make
Don't
sure it's
waste
not
my
blocking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll put it right there.
Moving on.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody knows who you are.
Okay.
You see, I'm very torn on this, because DSP had the opportunity actually
Maybe I can make him kiss you,
tear
though.
Rich a new one.
Let's make him
For
kiss
all the
you, then.
years he said, R2 harassed me, said mean things, did mean things. But now, R2 actually does
Fair.
something that's really messed up and psychotic, with the tattoo, and DSP says nothing. But on the other
Hey,
hand,
Hugh Neutron in the ha. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming out to the shit show. I'm here with my good friend, Pat Anthony, who's joining us here tonight.
In the ha.
Fellow Review Tech USA, and I'm using air quotes here, enjoyer. Barn Dogs on Twitch said the only thing that's close to the rock about Rich is his boulder-like physique. He is round. He is quite
And
rotund.
Rich invested all this time, all this money to get him this tattoo because he was trying to own Phil. And
See, I'm just now getting you into the Novaverse, and I hear that the French onion soup is a thing. So if you guys know what that is, please let me know, because I feel like I'm missing the joke here.
go viral. It did not go viral, and Phil just ignored him. It's almost like, you know,
I'm sorry. Yeah, look at this jawline, bro. Look at that neck, or lack thereof. I hate to keep coming back to it, but like the first chin is quite round. but the one underneath it, it's like a gunt. It's like a pooch. That's a lot of meat.
Could hide Saddam Hussein in there.
That's goals right there.
When the two people you hate the most are fighting,
He worked at some place and got filmed yelling that at like the top of his lungs. The poop of the face.
and you're just sitting back and eating popcorn. It's
Aria,
beautiful. It's just
welcome.
beautiful. And if you want another example how RTU and DSP are very similar,
Look, Patty is a nerd, but he's a huge Nintendo nerd. Get it right. Did you get your pre-order for Switch 2, by the way?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Bitch.
Yeah, I told you. I'm streaming the release next Wednesday.
Brother, I can't remember what I just ate for dinner. So
Yeah, it's Sloppy Joe's with sugar-free ketchup.
see, that's why I keep your
so weeks before this, DSP complained that his trolls canceled his Walmart pre-orders. And they called up Walmart, pretend to be him. Well, guess what? May 1st came around.
Shom Nova
and
is
RTU was supposed to get
Smokey
the tattoo.
McSee's
It
favorite
didn't happen.
locale.
And then said, guys, I'm
I
not going
love
to tell you
Smokey
when to get
McCrack.
the tattoo. You know, like scummy behavior.
Ooh.
But then declared that the trolls called the tattoo place, pretend to be Dave Burnell, you know, DSP's dad, and canceled the tattoo. Which he then said the tattoo artist yelled at him, and then he went to another place. Which makes me wonder what happened to his deposit. And all he said was, I'm going to get the tattoo by the end of the month. It'll happen. Get over it.
And one of the things that I love about Dashfire is that he so matter-of-factly points out like the inconsistencies of it all. Like, why
Yeah,
would you
there's
say
no
this?
bullshit with him.
Yeah, like cutting straight to the chase. Like, no fluff, no fuss, no muss. Just
facts.
straight facts.
Then
The internet,
he got the
as we say
tattoo.
all
I'll
night,
give
the
him credit
internet's
for that.
written in
He
fucking ink.
Yep, forever.
got the tattoo, even though he was supposed to because it's a member's goal. And we have RTU on Twitter here. With how much this fucking tattoo is going to cost, it ain't going anywhere. Laugh my ass off. People saying that he was going to chicken out, not get the tattoo. Bloody Ripley. Is it
You know what I loved about Dashfire 2, Sav, is that like during the whole PWR thing, he was steadfast. He stood all 10 toes on the ground and said, guys, wait for that other shoe to drop. Wait for that other shoe to drop. And boy, when he got drunk and started cussing and started putting paywalls behind his dick pics, bro. A very level-headed fellow Canadian. True.
over 1K? LOL. Rich tomorrow. How about 2K? Kinda sav. Diego's a smart guy. The guy who did his tattoo. He knows a mark when he sees one.
Damn!
So now...
Oh no. Look. Kinda Sav truly living up to the namesake. She's a savage on Twitter, absolutely cutting to the heart of the matter, especially when it comes to all things Review Tech USA. She is like his sworn enemy. She lives rent-free in his smooth fat head. Rent-free.
R2 is claiming
Both fat
his tattoo
head,
is...
both fat titties and all of his fucking porcelain fucking chickens.
Yep. Front tits, back tits, tits for days, and all while during your friend's wedding week. Maybe it was for the best. We all deserve a little vacation, a little detox from all of this nonsense. Sometimes it gets a little too crazy.
$2,000. And he would go back and say, "Oh, I only paid $760."
Pat's my buddy, Sav.
And then blamed
like,
it
one of my
on
best
him being
friends.
retarded.
Remember we watched that match, that street fight, that Denton street fight? That's him. That's the guy. Remember we were watching that match on your stream? That's him. That's the guy. It's the guy.
That's me. It's him,
Rich has
that's the
side
guy.
tits. What? Moo Moo Buckaroo in the house. Welcome. PWR has a pig emoji in his pants. Yeah, it's the guy.
Not doing math correctly. How do you mix up $2,000 and $760, especially when you have receipts? That doesn't make any sense. Then we got a picture of the tattoo. Now, if you look at the tattoo on the right and the tattoo on the left, it's completely different tattoos. The one on the right is the one he promised in that video.
Shocked Pikachu face.jpg. The old bait and switch, the old switcheroo.
Except Dracula would be DSP's jerk-off face. And the one on the left is DSP as a bat and Simon Belmont whipping him. There is your other bait and switch right there. So at first he promised the box cover art. He said the words cover art on his left ass cheek, did not get the box art, did not get it on his ass cheek. So as soon as he got the money, he changed it up to what he wanted.
But look how fat his arm looks, though. Look how undefined it is. It could be mistaken for a thigh if you were to like look, if you can squint a little bit.
Not gonna lie, thought it was a thigh.
And you know why he put it on his arm? You ready for this, guys? It's another grift for more money, just like Phil.
I'm shocked.
Because anyone who doesn't know who RTU is, for every $50 donation, he takes his shirt off. I know, it's absolutely disgusting.
Gross.
But now, he can now say, guys, give me $50, I take my shirt off, and you can see my tattoo, dudes. So you're telling me, you got people to give you 2,000 memberships, which we'll get to how much he made off of that. 2,000 memberships, all that money, get a $760 tattoo, and then use it to beg for more money when you get a $50 donation.
Damn, Moo Buckaroo said it right. What's sad is that Rich thought that this was going to go viral. He barely mentions the tattoo now on his streams. Wasn't his like cope about this was like, remember, if you give me money and I take my shirt off, then you could see it all the time? Like, but that wasn't the agreement. You said this amount of money for this tattoo of this image on this body part. And he went ahead and did the complete and utter opposite of each one. He's embarrassed.
What
I'd
a
be embarrassed
scumbag.
too if I was the fucking
And look at
absentee
this.
father.
It's still wrapped up so
His
the ink
whole
is
fucking
kind of
life is
smudged
an
there.
embarrassment.
Bro, I will forever, like, I don't want to hang on this all the time, but every time this guy neglects his kids, it pisses me off, especially, like, it's extra spicy to me. So, like, fuck this absentee father and fuck every absentee father that's out there doing absentee father behavior. Fuck all of you.
But it looks so bad. Like, I don't understand how you're going to explain that to people that don't know anything about DSP. Let's say you're meeting your...
Look at his face, though, too. This is crazy.
Look at the face of shit, and they're the same face. They're just like opposites. Like you could paste it over each other.
Yeah. What is it with these overweight locals? Look, now he's got a tattoo of Nova online. See how easy that was, bros?
kid's teacher, and you just happen to
Like,
have a
he really
short
thought
sleeve shirt on.
this was gonna go viral, but no, people just fucking hate this motherfucker, and then he will use his kid's sickness to go on like hiatus from streaming and going. Oh no, that's just the thing. He'll go on hiatus from doing videos, but then he'll be like, because my kid's going through some medical shit. Because I'm just not gonna be able to make videos for a while, but I'm still gonna be streaming over on my live channel because that's the money. That's where all the money is. But I'm still gonna be streaming every night instead of taking care of my fucking sick child.
So he wants his cake and eat it too, and trust me, it looks like he's had enough cake.
Ooh, speaking of cake, I'm gonna go get some cake. I'll be right back. Keep going if you want.
Do it, coward. You won't. Also, gross of him to show it off with the second skin full of plasma still on. And look at the I mean, okay, so you have to. How much you want to bet that this dude is not even going to take care of his tattoo properly? Like, I was just about to say, like, which one was worse, the liar tattoo on Boogie's face, or this DSP tattoo on Review Tech? Like, he doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't wash his body. He doesn't take showers. Like, he doesn't brush his teeth. Like, what makes you think he's going to keep after this tattoo? I think it's going to get I don't know, rusty. Like, what's the word? Infected. He is dirty. He doesn't bathe, and his house is full of dog piss. Gross. Gross. Thank you, barn dogs.
That does not surprise me one bit, though.
And that would be
get a whiff of piss as soon as you walk into the house.
Oh, that's the worst. I'll regale you with a story about Comcast in a second, but Moo Buckaroo here says that would be like Diaz getting PWR tattooed above his treasure trail. Hey, yo. So speaking of shitty tattoos, guess who has a shitty tattoo? Yes, the hot young dude himself, Pro Wrestling Reality. He has some sort of skull tattoo, where you have your Hatchet Man tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there on his chest. How do I know? Because he was getting drunk and taking his clothes off on stream. DSP talked about the tattoo for 2 minutes. I sure hope the $700 or $2,000 some was worth it. Excuse me.
I mean, Darksyde Ranter says, I mean, at least we knew Boogie's tat was going to go away. Desi even said, don't worry, it's only for a year. Yeah, but look at where the tattoo and look at where Desi is right now. None of them are around. Do you know who Desi is?
No.
So, something about the local community. Desi was like, I guess, the child bride of Boogie for a spell. She was she was like a scrawny blonde chick.
Yes, okay. But all you had to say was Boogie's girlfriend, and I knew exactly who you were talking about. Are they not together anymore?
Last I've seen, no, but I don't really keep up on them. I think the whole locale, that whole like portion of the locale universe, I just don't watch. I don't really indulge in those empty calories. But I mean, all of this is empty calories. But my cursory,
thing I saw from Boogie was that like 90-minute documentary that was on YouTube.
Bro, that was a rough watch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and trip off of mushrooms and vomit all over the place. That sounds like fun.
And that pokes out, and they're like, "Oh, what's that tattoo?" And you have to explain DSP jerking
Let's
off
see
on
it.
stream too.
Go on his Kick channel and go on his drunken stream. He has 4 parts of that drunken stream. One of them got taken down by YouTube because he showed off the photograph that Snort Hogan DM'd him with, and like an idiot, he showed it off to his camera, which was literally Triple P of Kino Casino, bent over, spread out, goatsy spread. If we're talking about Sav getting struck on the internet, like PWR literally just showed a picture of Triple P's butthole on the internet on YouTube.
Your kid's teacher, like no sane
sound
person.
like Asmongold.
It's another
I'll take
man.
that as a compliment.
Bro, Asmongold though, he's speaking of, dude, like good for him, but like please clean up your room, dude. Like you have money. You can get other people to do that shit for you. Like I don't understand that world.
Did you see the video of Emaru? Do you know who Emaru is?
Oh, I'm familiar. Let's just
okay.
say.
Everybody's familiar with Emaru. Fucking hot bitch. So there's a video of her going to Asmongold's house and like attempting to clean up his kitchen.
Oh,
it's fucking hilarious.
I am not familiar with that work. Her vertical videos always pop up on my For You pages, but I don't specifically
with you all the time, so they've entered your algorithm.
I think that may be the case. It could be that, or it could be like midriff, because I always talk about admiring the midriff, and she's always
she has an 11 out of 10 midriff.
Yes, and she shows it off constantly, and I'm not complaining.
His tattoo on them, especially jerking off. And not only that, it's a person you said you do not.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Mumu Buckaroo has just said, how about when Rich got made about being busted for not donating? I've heard bits and pieces of this. I think also Locale Basement was linking me to a bunch of videos that we're going to get into after this video. So I might learn a little bit more about it if this is the same thing that we're talking about.
Not like. So make this make sense, Rich. I almost called you Phil there. And apparently, RQ has another idea for content. He wants to do ASMR while playing a video game. I'm sure.
Oh, brother. Do you listen to ASMR videos, brother Pat?
Some, yes. Like some on TikTok.
Oh yeah? What's your go-to tingle sound?
I like whispers and I like microphone scratching. There's this TikToker, Feline Winter. She does great ASMR videos.
Is she
Would.
You know, she a popular streamer?
No, she doesn't stream. She's only on TikTok and Instagram.
I like the personal attention videos, like the chiropractic videos. It's weird because like it's always like, all right, get ready, and then
I watch the chiropractor YouTubers who treat all the athletes. Oh, they have some good crunches.
They do. And then there's also like a subgenre, like a little branch of ASMR videos where it's just hot middle-aged women pretending to be doctors in chiropractics and just like pushing on each other and getting cracks and stuff like that, and like writing on chalkboards and stuff. Those are my tingles, the ones that I go for.
I like chalk on chalkboard. I like that too.
What is your favorite ASMR trigger? Let us know in the chat.
I'm sure that will work out very well for you. 2 things that people don't like from you: ASMR and video games. And then this is Lost in Gaming. This is one of the parasocial people.
His alarm
in
clock
his
is a dead
community,
rat
his
smell.
cult.
Ugh.
No matter what, whenever
too far
Rich
off from the
changes
truth.
goals, yells at people, like when he yelled at people for not donating to a charity, and he called them all
Hey,
version
there you go,
losers,
Moo Moo
told
Buckaroo.
them go fuck themselves. Well, they keep coming back more and more for more abuse. I have a feeling right now there's a lot of people in this chat that get off on humiliation. They like to be humiliated by RTU. And he does have people in his chat that go to other people's communities and discords to spy on other people and then report back to Rich in his own discord. Which, by the way,
The flying
he's
monkeys.
thinking about shutting down his third discord. He says because there's an email problem, but his last two had some very questionable things on it. Some lolly stuff and animal fucking. And then RTU
Christ.
showed off. He paid $760 on a tattoo, and the rest went to a tip. So total $936.
You know who also has freakery on their Discord?
Who?
I'll give you a hint. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now remember, when he said he spent $2K on his tattoo, he now says, debunking podcasts and retards. No, I did not spend $2K on the tattoo. Laugh my ass off. The price here includes tip.
Shout out to Darksyde by the way, who is the retweeter of this tweet. Darksyde leans into Rich constantly. The knee is on his neck constantly. And Darksyde is also a friend of the channel.
Try to relax your anus. Wow, Rich, I wonder where they got that 2K from. Oh yeah, that's right, it's from you, jackass. And then people were trolling him saying, oh, you got ripped off. There's no way that cost that much. And of course, Rich does this every single time.
He's
he
a
takes
hot
the
young
bait,
dude.
And he says the hourly rate is
He's coming for his career.
the same everywhere in his area.
You're
I've
getting a lot
never
better
seen-
with that impersonation.
I
It's almost scary. You've been practicing, haven't you?
I listen to a lot of PWR. Like I have him on in the background, and like he's Canadian as fuck, and it's funny as hell because it's so weird the way he talks, dude. It's like whenever he starts talking about, being abused by the live streamer.
Anyone, take the bait from trolls every single day, every single time. At a point, when you're doing this for 18 years, I think he's been doing it 18 years, you would go, oh, this person's trying to troll me. I better not feed them. If they don't get any attention, they'll just go away. No, not RTU. He has to feed those trolls.
Deus Marionette, thank you so much for the lurk, my friend. The glue that holds this and many streams around her together.
Daily. And then RTU did another member's goal where he's gonna eat bugs in a salad. But don't worry, he's not gonna be eating too much of that lettuce. And the fact that he has to dehumanize himself like this on a daily basis just to get people to watch. Because if he's not doing stuff like this, he's watching Phil or Karen videos. And you know where he learned this from? LolCow Live. Because every single time they have an episode, at the very top or bottom of the screen, there's a leaderboard. Members goal, blah, blah, blah. And RTU took that and goes, member goal, 50 memberships by 10:30 for a 1 a.m. stream. And sometimes he makes it, sometimes he doesn't. And the other thing too I find is really funny is that he deleted that 1 million sub channel Review Tech USA because he said, that person's dead. I don't want to be reminded of that person, it's over. But then also said, oh, I had to pay an editor and it cost way too much. And then said YouTube was
That's a whole other can of worms. Him and his editor. God, I forget his name.
Oh yeah, I remember all the shit with the editor.
Jay, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on him about irregular
That's a
views,
whole other thing.
possible botting. So what does he do? He deletes the whole channel, deletes all the videos,
What a
and says,
fucking
that
idiot.
part of me is over.
What a fucking idiot, by the way. He literally had a 1 million sub channel. He was making, based off of estimations on like Social Blade or whatever, or based off of what he said on his streams, he was making a couple $100, like $600 a month easy on his channel. Like that was just passive money. That was just like money he was getting, guaranteed money. And he said, no, I don't want that. Why?
because he was hemorrhaging viewers or hemorrhaging subs, and he didn't want to be seen as a million plus sub channel being brought down under 1 million subs. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why would you even do that?
Immediately starts work for Keemstar. Gives Keemstar his
Thank
play
you,
button.
Ranter. By the way, Ranter, tomorrow night I will be filming Super Castlevania 4
And then what does he do?
to
in the
be
Lao
released
Cow
on
universe?
Friday and Saturday.
Oh yeah, Tech Talk, where he's talking about tech. You know, like on his 1 million sub channel that he said
It's
was
only been
done.
like a whole month.
But then he gets fired from the show, as the intro said. And what is his big idea? What is his big idea to save Rich Tomorrow, the former RTU Streams channel? I know. Let's do tech videos. It's almost like, Rich, if you had a channel that was dedicated to tech videos that had 1 million subs, then he was bragging that he was
know it,
gaining
Ranter.
subscribers because of the tech videos.
Thank you for your patience.
You're not actually gaining subscribers. It's the people from the Review Tech USA channel that are coming to that channel thinking you're doing tech videos again. What a jackass. And of course, his tattoo.
Damn, here we go. Sav front row center again at the middle of all this.
Was not well received. Everybody was making fun of it. And the very first thing he does, he starts looking at the comments and saying, this person's a troll, that's not a real comment. Just basically trying to soften the blow to his ego and trying to suck his own dick. And then RT revealed, on the membership goal for the tattoo, he made $10,000.
Jesus.
Of course, after YouTube's cut, it was $7,000. But think about that. He put a goal out for $10,000 for a $760 tattoo. And this is the same guy who always complains about DSP and his food goals, saying, Phil, why do you need $1,500 to eat McDonald's? It doesn't cost that much. But also at the same time, this is where the rich today, rich tomorrow meme comes from.
There you go.
Give me $10,000, I'll get a $760 tattoo. Like I said, DSP and RTU are so similar.
And that's what pisses me off so much. And I think that's like where my like nucleus of why I hate these lolcows come from. Because these undeserving pieces of shit are consistently and constantly being presented with opportunities to make money. And not just like pedestrian money, good money. Just like you saw right there, $10,000 very recently for this goal. Do you look at his product? Do you look at his production values and you go, yes, this is a $10,000 production? I don't.
No, not at all. I think
I
our
mean-
shit looks better sometimes.
Sometimes I put our stuff head and shoulders above any of these other shitty shows that do their shit. And you know, it's not like I'm trying to, they say comparison is the thief of joy. So I'll be very I'll step lightly when it comes to this. But like, these dudes don't deserve this type of money for the type of work that they put in. You got people that are out there putting in the 9 to 5, the wage slaves, they got to go paycheck to paycheck. And these guys just sit on their ass and press an applause button and take their shirt off and act like an idiot for $10,000. It's bullshit. It's effing bullshit.
Look, man, it's only a matter of time before they crash and burn. I mean, it happened to Boogie. It's happened to others. It'll happen to them eventually. They're riding the wave, but they're not saving. I bet you they're not saving.
No,
and it's all
absolutely
gonna
not.
come crash. It's all gonna come crashing down and burn until they get their own 90-minute YouTube documentary.
And that's what really, like, I mean, we're actually watching it in slow motion. Somebody said something about Phil online, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what it was. Brief field trip here. We have a friend of the channel, River Rejection, who is a literal meth head from New Zealand. But he's a friend of the channel. He's always been sweet to me, even though he does sing the praises of beating women and smoking meth and hailing Satan and all that edge shit stuff. I think he's a real sweetheart. I think he's just trying to be edgy to be edgy, but he very much does smoke meth. So take this information as at face value. He made a post because he's actually a legitimate DarksydePhil fan. All right. So I guess you have to be on meth in order to enjoy DarksydePhil, unironically. But he made a post on Twitter talking about, all you guys out there wish the worst on Phil, which is not true. Most of us don't. There are some outliners out there that say really wild stuff out there, real TOS breaking style stuff. But like, I think it's hilarious. I wouldn't be the one to say it, but I like seeing other people say it. But River Rejection was trying to make a plea saying, you know, all this abuse that DarksydePhil takes, when you say stuff like, you know, redact yourself and take the self checkout out, this, that, and the other, will you detractors feel responsible for pushing him to that edge? And there was a lot of conversation about it, and my part of that conversation was there's no bigger detractor of DSP than DSP himself. And so when it comes to whether or not he self-destructs, it's not going to be because of the detractors or the trolls or the people that don't like him online. It's going to be because of him, because he can't get out of his own way to take care of himself. Nobody is forcing him to hit these arbitrary goals so that he can eat fast food, which we all know he does literally every day anyway, alongside his drinking habit and his gacha habit. Plus, you know, pair that with the sedentary lifestyle that he leads. He spends 8 to 12 hours sitting in front of a camera on live stream 6 days out the week. So, you know, he is his own worst detractor. So he's the one that's going to put himself in the earliest of graves. JordanFadeaway, welcome to the shit show, my friend. When the water goes out, you can tell who's skinny dipping. Hey, yo.
Tell who's skinny dipping. That's a great analogy.
I didn't know it was that kind of party. Let's go. Let's shake the magic 8 ball. It says signs point to no. You know, if DarksydePhil, if we did the DarksydePhil, I would charge $8 for somebody to get a shake of the magic 8 ball, when you can literally just go to, I don't know, magic8ball.com and with one click get your own magic 8 ball prediction. Who knows? So what is this, Moo Buckaroo? Rich gets a pass because he's fucking buddies with Duty Streams. I don't understand all the hate on Duty. I mean, I see it and I hear it, but Duty has always been really cool with me. He helped my channel get the partner. He's always looked out for me, but I could see where people can get some aggro pointed in his direction. I'm not saying that anybody's wrong. All I'm just saying is that, you know, Duty's always been kind to me.
And the fact that
Duty Beard.
Duty streams. He is a Latino style detractor. He does DarksydePhil content. He does sensationalize sometimes. Like if I were to play devil's advocate, he does sensationalize a bunch. Sometimes the journalism isn't right, but like, it's, you know, when you post stuff on the internet, you want the sensationalized stuff, you want the attention, the, you know, the eye-catching headlines and stuff like that. And I mean, for somebody that has been so on the internet and following Phil the way that he does, like, he's bound to get some stuff wrong. There's some discourse out there. Some people don't like Duty. I personally don't have anything against Duty. He's always been kind to me. And all of this, Rich gets a pass because he's buddies with Duty, is completely new to me. So if you want to expand on that, I'm more than willing to hear you out on that.
they don't think there's...
Oh, and JordanFadeaway says, I'm watching this Timberwolves and Thunders game, and it's getting nasty. Is that what, basketball?
That's basketball.
That's Yeah, I don't watch the sports. The closest thing you'll see me see is sports entertainment, the WWEs. And maybe what was that? The WPNG Masters? The one with Liu Kang in it. Way back in the day. It was like American Gladiators, but with martial arts. Yes, it's basketball.
I'm trying to get Hart and Hart's kids to Savannah Bananas tickets next week.
Oh yeah, I saw the thread. I think the Hart was upset that she didn't get that email. WMAC Masters, thank you, Darksyde. See, look at this. Darksyde Ranter's always there to help pick up the pieces because my dumbass don't remember shit no more. Yeah, so WMAC Masters was like American Gladiators, but like martial arts, and they had the legit Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat 1, the video game, as one of the contestants or like one of the gladiators or something. Dude, he's a mod on Rich's channel. Okay, now I'm seeing the picture here. Why? But why though? That is weird.
So similar makes it even more hilarious because they're unaware, which makes them even more similar. Now remember that video where R2 claimed he's going to go viral, he's going to get millions of views?
Shout out to Chill Murray, by the way. If we're talking about Duty Streams, being an OG supporter of the channel, Chill Murray, you see this VTuber up here? Chill Murray, huge Dragon Ball fan, one of the original people that I started watching when it came to detractor style stuff. He's very brazen, very brash, very like he doesn't bullshit, and a lot of people have a problem with that. But again, Chill has always been cool with me and him. Chop it up on the DMs a couple of times. He's helped me out a lot. He's gotten some commissions from me. He helped fund the ceiling repair and replace fund that we have here. He's always put me over on his streams. Always shows me love when I stop by. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea when it comes to detracting, but he was one of the first videos and first channels that I've watched that covered this type of content. So I'll always have a spot in my heart for Chill. We love Chill Hill on this here on this channel of the neighborhood. Blake in the house. Hi y'all. Dom DeMarco shit like that. Bang, bang, bang. I got you, pimp.
Dom DeMarco.
Don't tell Sly I have those buttons.
Well, now he's going to say, I never said that.
Review Tech USA thinks by having Duty as a mod, it would be like protection from the DSP detractors. That's wild to think, because I think a lot of detractors don't have a lot of good things to say about Duty. Chill doesn't play. Yes, that entire section of the detractor verse, like I'm cool with everybody. I've done work for King Sly too. I'm cordial, you know. I stop by on the stream, say hello and all that. And it's a Sly stream now. Let's go.
Never once said I'm gonna go viral. As he's watching a Chill Murray video about his tattoo, and the most hilarious
Here, watch
thing
this. This is incredible. I'm gonna let it play.
He gets fact checked by the video he's watching within seconds.
The cherry on top of it all is that Rich really thought he was gonna go viral, bro. Like,
I have never once said that I was going to go viral. I actually said it's a very slim to none chance that I did. I have said that from the beginning. Am I wrong? I have never once said that I was going to go viral. Oh, it's going to go viral.
Okay, now
Never said it. Like, don't put words in my mouth either, dude. The fucking crayon markings you got on you, of course they were cheap. I never said I was going to go viral because of this.
this is funny as hell. This is why Rich is a low-cow, man.
That'll go viral. You want to know something that's going to go fucking viral? You want to know something that's going to go viral? I don't give a shit that people think I'm weird or whatever. Oh, I did say it. I got to take it back. I said it.
Get
the
fucked.
internet is written in ink.
That reminds me, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to exercise your right to use the exclamation point FEIN sound effect.
Don't
Pat
do it.
Anthony's favorite sound effect. Let's hear it.
I hate it. All right, I'm gonna head out.
Oh, shit!
All right.
He needs to lay off the edibles, bro.
His tattoo, filming that experience,
Test
is
me,
going to go
bitch.
viral.
Thank you, Coffee.
Go viral.
And thank you, PWR Soldier.
I eat it. I'm going to eat it. I did say it.
Oh, he ate
Okay.
it.
I did say it. I'm going to film it. I don't know if I could film the consultation tomorrow. I'll ask if I can. That's going to go viral. So he got me on that one. That one I'll give him. He got me on that. Have the connections and me spending money for someone else to make money off
This
of
is
my
so meta,
face being
bro.
there.
This is literally you and me watching Dashfire, watch Rich, watch DSP, watching Chill. Like there's layers to this. There's levels to this. This is like Inception.
It's like a Smith Island cake.
Excellent reference. Blake says Review Tech USA does not care about his daughter. True. Facts. We're not making it up. Source. Look up Review Tech USA's fucking YouTube channel. I mean, shit. And we don't fuck with absentee behavior. If you're an absentee father, fuck off.
there, and I make fuck. No, it's not.
Ooh, somewhere along the way, Rich crowns himself as the top Phil detractor. You mean even more so than Tevin? Doubtful. X to Gout for that. What's sad is that some people actually believe that shit to be true. Moo Moo, I'm gonna tell you this. There's two.
His name is John Cena. He's gonna get in the ring and put
You fiend me. You fiend me. You deserved it.
Fuck you, I'm gonna do it again. I lost my train of thought. We got derailed. All right.
Not viral. This ain't viral. If it got like millions of views, it would be viral. That's different. Nothing. That was the one he got me with. Out of all the other shit, he got me with that one. And I gotta take the L when someone's right.
Spit it
or
out,
makes me
Junior.
no better than anybody else. And I make even less money because I can't work here is not going to go viral. Getting a Castlevania NES tattoo with his face on it looking like he's about to nut again will absolutely get millions of fucking views.
Oh.
Oh, man.
These guys have made me hate
Also, I
Castlevania.
love when R2 does all these flexes. However, what he thinks in his head is a flex, when it comes out of his mouth, it backfires on him. And this is no exception.
There's the chicken.
According to some weirdo podcaster, Lauren, on the internet, I'm not allowed to see my children. And I was like, no.
Brady in the hall, locking it down over on Twitch. Welcome, my friend. Guess who is here with me today? I'll give you one hint. His name is Pat Anthony. How's it going, my friend?
The following viewer is scheduled for one sub. Introducing first, Brady H2700.
I love it.
If anything, Lauren's pissed that I don't take him more.
Sandwich is completely wrong.
And then R2 had his salad with bugs in it. And my god, look at all the chicken in there. He said he's trying to eat healthier. And that bowl looks completely filled with chicken and barely any lettuce. And this is the aftermath. Look at all that chicken gone. But look at all the lettuce left. Maybe, Rich, just maybe, you should have ate more of the lettuce and less of the chicken. And R2 has been claiming...
Oh, buddy! The legendary back tits. I want you to just take that
back tits.
I want you to take a good look at those passing grades right there. What cup do you think we're working with right here? Because I'm thinking at least a G cup right here.
Bro has an H on his backs, and they're so spread apart.
You know, you got like a pair of titties that are so big that like when they lay down, they kind of like fall to the sides. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just, that's just how it is. That's just gravity.
They look like Mr. Garrison when he got the boob job on South Park.
Oh, behave.
He's on a health kick and a health journey. He's been walking...
Is that Backy's back demon muscles? Oh, I don't get that reference. Is that a My Hero Academia reference?
13,000 steps.
Oh my fucking god, is that a motherfucking Evangelion
However,
reference?
I've never seen him this big before. Look at his back. He's got tits on the back of his back. Now keep this in mind when he makes fun of DSP's wife. However, R2 is fatter
DSP's
than
wife
her.
is very fat.
And every year, R2 has this big plan to save the business, dude. Last year, it was his music, his beats.
Baki Hama?
2025.
Okay. I don't know that one
ASMR.
either.
It is the most creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, this is going to be good. Darksyde Ranter says, I wonder if Rich can use them folds for an additional carry-on when he flies somewhere. Well, that all depends on if he decides on flying anywhere. He ain't going nowhere.
And his name is John Cena. He's gonna get in the ring and put boots down.
Oh, Brady, thank you so much. I didn't need those last 5 minutes of my life.
And there was a lot of comments, even from regulars, who said they did not like it. However, let's see how bad it really was.
I'll show you. I'll play a little example.
Most people, even technicians, don't have that ability. This is an ASMR video.
I think this is the only one I'm going to do whispering. I don't know, it's good, but I'm not...
One of the first things.
Let me show you. I think the audio sounds good too. That was one thing I was really going for.
Call this a mini PC.
Like,
Brady, I got something for you. You ready for this? It's called hashtag DS for the cup. Hashtag do as for the cup.
Do
So
as for
watch,
the
I'll
cup.
show you. Do move events.
Look, the whole reason I watch ASMR videos is for the pretty ladies to whisper and smack their lips and put their hands on each other. All right, I'm not here for Review Tech USA to whisper and breathe heavily into the mic with his herpy ass lips, bro.
Brady,
To
I'm
show
gonna
you one
let,
thing.
Brady, I'm gonna let you know now, my guy. Hashtag Pat Anthony for a cup. You're about 5 years too late, my friend.
What was your very last professional wrestling match?
That was me versus Jesse Skelton for the UCW championship. It was actually a banger. We went 30 minutes.
Oh, so you're a marathon man.
Back in the day, I could go 30. Ooh, is that a Hatsune Miku?
It is. We know that you are a Miku Miku fan.
Here.
Of course. I love Miku.
See
Are
that?
you a
Watch.
Miku fan?
Oh, I am familiar with Miku Miku. I had I'm gonna say a girlfriend, but somebody that I had a fling with. She knew the one Leak Miku song where it was like, you know, the vegetable, the leek, not like a water leak. And I didn't know it was a Miku song until like very recently when, for some reason, Pat Anthony, my TikTok For You page all of a sudden became inundated with Miku memes. And then come to find out that this Leak song that she was like playing, that she was a fan of all like 12, 15 years ago, was a Miku song.
Hey, I'm not mad.
All this a mini piece.
We actually vibed. We kind of vibed together because I was driving her somewhere, and this was back in the day where like you could attach a 3mm auxiliary cable to the car stereo, and she was shuffling through her songs, and the Final Fantasy VIII Mods Day Chocobo song played. And you know when you have like your music on shuffle and you get that shuffle shame when like you go from like a banger song to like something like, oh, why do you listen to this? Like, what? Like, I don't have that anymore, but like the shuffle shame was real 15 years ago. And so she was like frantically trying to skip the track, and I was like, bro, you fucks with Final Fantasy VIII Chocobo music? So there you go.
Hello, everybody.
Ugh.
Hello.
Look at those fat, chubby ass fingers, bro. Ew, brother. Ew. Ooh.
That's who they designed the Duke Xbox controller for.
I wonder, does herpes jump from the lip to the hand?
This is my first video on Tech 25 ASMR. It's a little bit of an experimental YouTube channel.
Ugh. God.
I've always kind of wanted to try out
I'm not relaxed at all. This is pain.
ASMR.
I'm
I
literally
just-
hurting.
Fear Monarch, thank God you're here. You came at the best time. Fear Monarch says, I have a weakness for the dumb leak twirler myself. They have a company that makes VTuber/meme plush stuff, and they did a Miku wearing Garfield kitchen gear.
Monarch,
I gotta-
that is there's nothing dumb about that, my friend. Blue hair, blue tie, hiding in your Wi-Fi. Miku Miku beam.
I'm going to have to do some Googling right here because for some reason, I swear the 24-hour rule is real. I mean, and then also like if you've ever seen the movie Pi, this is essentially what the movie is. This math guy goes crazy because he keeps seeing the equation pi and everything, which was like a spiral or something. And then it turned into him putting a drill to the side of his head because he was going mad. But I literally saw some picture on the internet where it was like a hot goth girl with like a nose ring and all that. And it was a Snapchat caption that said, glad that you don't think I'm like most Hello Kitty girls. And it was her, this goth girl with the nose ring, behind or in front of a shelf full of Garfield the cat figurines and telephones and all of that stuff. So the 24-hour rule is a real thing.
Just felt weird about doing it. But my goal with this is to make.
Oh, hell no. Tingles just creeps. PWR's got it right. And then Ranter says, make the bad man stop. This is a war crime in country. And thank you so much, Coffee, for the emotes. A small little backstory here. Pro Locar, a friend of the channel, he did an intro for his channel, and I was live reacting to his channel at the time. He screen capped the moment that he dropped this intro, and I marked out for it. I was legit smiling like an idiot. And of course, I was high during this, so... When you see that emote of me, that is me in my most purest form, and by that I mean just high as fuck. Runa Monet, welcome to the stream, my friend. A while back, I found a picture of Miku holding the contraption that ended Shinzo Abe. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google that. Pi is one of the greatest movies of all time, says Fear Monarch. Hard to disagree with you on that. And when I was a boy, my mother told me not to look into the sun, so I did. So when I was 6, I did. Excellent reference. That's why Fear Monarch is a legend.
That doesn't weird you out. I promise you, I will never be doing any Tooth Fairy role playing.
Ugh.
I would probably try.
Oh, the former Prime Minister of Japan. Okay, there we go.
So, what do we have in front of us here?
And yet again,
kind of sav, cutting deep. So speaking of having to watch that movie, I'm thinking about doing like a Discord movie night, but like this is for my weebs out there and mostly for Deus Marionette and the Boneless One. Because Fatal Fury, the video game, just came out, I really wanted to return. I wanted to return to those warm summer nights when I was living in my mom's basement watching anime. The Fatal Fury motion picture series. There were 3 animated movies based off of Fatal Fury. I think I want to watch the whole trilogy in a Discord get together, but I'm trying to figure out the logistics of all that first. So I don't know where I was going with that, but like, there you go.
It seems like he does this.
You're invited, Pat, if you want to come. It has Mai Shiranui anime titties in it.
I do like Fatal Fury.
Oh,
Every single month, he is quitting Twitter. He can't stand it. Mean people on Twitter hurt his fifis, and he's going over to Blue Sky.
Wah, wah.
And also, his parasocial people are going.
Good luck sending me to horny jail. Everybody else there is horny too.
With him. The Coxler also joined Blue Sky. And I'm just saying, Blue Sky has a reputation that is very questionable. Just saying. And then in a moment that's really funny, apparently Lao Cal Basement made an account on Blue Sky just so he can take the handle, the real RTU. Absolutely hilarious. Then apparently Kinda Sav restreamed RTU, and her stream was flagged for sex and nudity policy. Now everyone said this is RTU. It could also be one of his sycophants that does stuff on his behalf. And it's really funny how he always goes after Kinda Sav. No matter what, she's one of the few people that are actually not blocked by him. You say one thing out of line that he doesn't like, and you're blocked, just like Phil. But Kinda Sav always avoids a ban. And he always has to take her bait whenever she's trolling him.
Bunch of epic
and
cowards.
RTU still doesn't get. The reason people keep talking about your kids is because you react every single time. They know if I say something, I'm gonna get a react out of him. I'm gonna get him go crazy. I'm gonna get him to spaz out. And you still haven't learned.
Spaz out.
If you say nothing, it'll go away. But of course, it's RTU. He has to feed the trolls. And the other thing I found funny as well is he'll constantly talk about his daughter being in the hospital, being sick.
Right, and that's what pisses me off. Like, okay,
right?
He misconstrues the conversation because we're not making fun of his blind daughter. We're making fun of the fact that he is an absentee father and he's the reason that his daughter is blind. And he is an absentee father. And when told that he needs to take care of his kid by his own mom, he decides, no, I'm not doing that. That's what the majority of people that make fun of Review Tech USA make fun of him for. That's the reason.
One of the main reasons why I fucking turned on him.
True. Heel turn.
People that bring up his daughter But I want to bring you back to when he was fighting with Big Cheese. And Big Cheese leaked his Facebook DMs. And one
Runa Monet says, what's the lore on him blinding his daughter? I always thought it was a meme like DSP killing T. So I may have a limited understanding of the situation, but as far as I've heard, his daughter was sick with something. The doctor recommended a certain type of medicine, and he approved it. Or let me start from the beginning. He had like poor living arrangements, or like something in the house caused his daughter to get sick, so he took her to the hospital. The doctor recommended a medicine. The medicine ended up blinding her, and like, of course, because he was the guardian, obviously, of his own daughter, he like approved the medicine or whatever, and that's what eventually caused her to go blind. As far as I'm aware, and I could be wrong, so please correct me on that. I don't want to be a source of false information. The Big Cheese, the rat from Barnyard.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Sounds about right. I even did like a Grok search to like give me like the most up to date thing about him, and they were mostly talking about his scandals with like scamming charities or scamming for the tattoo and stuff like that. So I could be wrong, and I'm always willing to change my opinion when presented with new information.
of the things that Big Cheese said is, I need the money. My wife is sick. And one of Rich's response, I don't give a fuck about your family. Damn. This is just business. But whenever someone talks about his family, it's the end of the world. I have to roast them. I have to get back at them. Rich today, rich tomorrow. And now, kind of Sav has a timestamp for the violation.
Look, River Rejection had like the tweet of the day. It was the other day, and we're talking about a meth head here, a literal meth head. He's a sweetheart, but he's a meth head. He said something along the lines of, if you need to use Grok to, hey, coffee, let's go. You know, you are right. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Grab the nearest bottle of water or any type of hydration that you can and drink that ish. This is an order. I will not press play until we're all nice and hydrated, bish. Darksyde Ranter says, which is true, like that's actually not on Rich in my opinion. He made a bad choice, but he made the best choice based on the medical info he was presented with. Red wine. Ooh, PWR soldier getting saucy.
Of sex and nudity. It's a very interesting timestamp.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's
all right,
okay.
I'm gonna hide it so I don't get hit either.
Oh my god, I love this. Is so entertaining. I mean, I'm sure he's pissed because he probably thought I was gonna get taken down, right? But alas, I've simply been age restricted and super chats turned off for sex.
This is friend of the channel, kind of Sav, who just streamed, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. And the guy that we're watching right now, Review Tech USA, may or may not have struck her. And so that's why she's not monetized right now.
It's in nudity. Okay, I got the timestamp straight from the email itself. Straight from the YouTube's mouth. Let's see what I got reported for.
Please tell me it was his titty.
Oh, I hope so.
I was watching him on stream.
What is he eating?
He was eating a salad. That's why it's chroma keyed out.
Is that
but he
the
was eating a
cricket salad?
salad.
What?
Yeah, he was eating
Sav,
a
it is.
salad
It's
with
when he
hot
pulls his
sauce.
shirt up.
And I made his head big with chroma key. And there's this little bit. And then look at what Sarah posted next to it.
Oh my god,
Like,
Shroom.
click on it and look at the replies.
It's literally his own titty.
Well, I guess I shouldn't show. I guess I can show it again now because it doesn't fucking matter.
And then
That's why I have Nova out here to cover that titty up, because, yeah, you're not getting me. This is free use, baby. Free use juice.
Ever flagging kind of Sav and said he's gonna have his receipts the next stream. However, right before this, when he's going over comments for the ASMR, there's a little clip of him flagging comments on
Let's
his
see them
YouTube
passing
channel,
grades, you
which is
effing
very
coward.
hypocritical.
Yeah, so basically reviewing tech, dude, it's always the same names. Like, I remember this guy. What a complete loser. This city's been pushing for, I think, a couple months and spent so many hours working on this, allegedly. What a failure. Yeah, Rich, this is not going to get you back to 1 million subscribers. Okay, so might as well start turning in those applications. Because, yeah, my live stream channel does terrible, guys, in case you haven't noticed.
I hate that button, bro. Why does he do that? When your man boobs are so robust, the AI mistakes it for a titty. Look, we love titties. I mean, all shapes and sizes. As long as they're not attached to Review Tech USA.
Just make sure when you apply the job, it doesn't require to use much energy because you sound like you're going to have a heart attack. Okay. All right, well, this
Ranter,
is...
it's F-E-I-N. I just pressed the button, though.
Easy to get through.
But RTU had a major plan to get back at Kinda Sav. For all those times, she mentioned his daughter. You ready for this big plan? It's the same plan he used with DSP. He's gonna give her money. That is right. The person that you hate, and that one of your people probably flagged her, you're gonna give money to her. Wow, what a genius mastermind right here.
And this isn't the first time Review Tech USA gave Sav money, which is so hilarious to me. Like, it's weird because he's on that line between like hating women like Phil does and being a simp for him. Because are you familiar with Becky Boop? Patty? Becky Boop. Becky Boop. All right.
Do you think mocking my kid is okay? Just curious.
Do you think mocking my kid is okay? Just curious.
Do you think mocking my kid is okay? Just curious.
Huh.
Does she have an answer? Let's see.
Nobody mocks your fucking kid, dumbass. They mock
I
your
know.
priorities.
They mock your.
Shout out to Shroom, by the way. That's the other sound that you hear. Shroom and
Right,
Kinda Sav
yeah.
were streaming the offending video with the AI titty. Shroom's actually in the middle of a little tiff, kicking up some dirt with friend of the channel, Top Tier Rated, aka Brian, aka DarksydePhil's former friend in the FGC. They were getting into a little tussle on Twitter, and I guess they were kind of going back and forth about some things, and yeah, you hate to see it, but you know, that's what happens in the internet blood sport world.
They mock my priorities? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Top Tier Rated's the homie. He's really cool. He plays a whole bunch of fighting games. He used to do streams with DarksydePhil, actually, until he excommunicated him because he didn't have any value in being his friend anymore. And for some reason, for whatever reason, like, I'm really good friends with all of Phil's old fans. Like like TTR, Top Tier Rated, KingBCruel. Like, he is the catalyst for the infamous spoon rant that you hear all the time. Eat it. I'm going to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. Like, that's the guy. And like, bro, it's so weird because like KingBCruel, we actually vibe on a whole bunch of stuff other than DarksydePhil.
You fucking moron!
Yeah, true. Thank you, Coffee. He's actually a huge fan of Dance Dance Revolution. He loves Cactus Jack.
Yeah, I'm familiar with KingBCruel.
Yeah. That's right, Psh, brother. You gotta be patient with me. I am kind of stupid and very high. And as I recall, Top Tier Rated left after DSP refused to ban Derek. Yes, Darksyde Ranter, and that's what I think the problem was, because I think Shroom was trying to make the insinuation that he was still trying to ride with Phil, even though he wouldn't let go of Darish, which is weird because that was the whole reason he stopped talking to him. So I think there's like some misinformation kind of being passed back and forth, but it's not my fight. I think it's just, you know, it's going to pass. This too will pass. We're all dust in the wind, whatever. And as I recall, TTR didn't want to go back because he found out about Derek. This is true. Are you familiar with Darish, Pat Anthony?
I am not familiar with Darish.
So Too Long Didn't Read. There's a unironic fan of Phil who is a fellow Canadian. He's on the spectrum, and he, frequented DarksydePhil's chat for years. Literally, he grew up watching Phil, and he unironically enjoyed him. And then once the detractors kind of got wind of who this person was, they looked into his other social medias, and the dude had playlists on his YouTube channel
of little girls, like literally that type of shit, like I guess beauty pageants or like at the beach or like vacation, and just the foulest shit that you could see. It wasn't like overtly like obviously corn stuff, but like why would you have that type of material on a playlist? And it was like playlist called
because he knows what he wants, but he doesn't want to get in trouble.
Sheesh. Well, brother, once the internet found out, they told Phil, and they were like, Phil, why are you trying to get people like this in your community? You should get rid of them. And he was like, man, maybe not. No.
Why am I not shocked?
Exactly. And so top tier rated Brian was one of the loudest voices saying, hey, you need to get rid of this guy. And, very matter of factly, Phil didn't listen to his friend Brian, looking out for him because he didn't provide a monetary gain for any of it. So it only took Kino Casino, who, like we were talking about before, who had their audience spread all that cheese on that cracker, finally be the ones to say, yeah, you need to get rid of Darish. And once you start messing with Phil's money, then he starts making the executive decisions. So he got rid of Darish, and then Brian on Twitter, after the whole thing went down, was like, man, I was telling this motherfucker to get rid of him for the longest, and he didn't listen to me. But because Kino Casino and their community started showering him with money, he all of a sudden decided that Derek had to go. That's some bullshit. That's effing bullshit. And Darish is why you don't upload videos of your kids to the internet. Very true, Monet. Absolutely right.
Yes.
Absolutely right. This new generation of people raising their kids, they need to be more mindful of that shit. Like even putting just regular family photos of yourself up on the internet, it just opens the door to so much shit. Like there really needs to be some sort of like media literacy when it comes to this kind of stuff, because you don't know what these people on the internet are going to do with with the stuff that you put up on there.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the too long didn't read thing of Darish and Brian and
man.
TTR and all of this.
I love you, Steve, but if you had that shit in your public playlist, we would never talk again.
Bro, I don't blame you, and you'll never see that happen. At worst, you're going to see a whole bunch of anime ending music, a bunch of DDR streams, and a whole bunch of Botchamania pro wrestling botch spots. Darish is still around. He's just using a sock account now. There are some rumors in Scuttlebutt about which one of these chatters in DSP's chat is him, because again, the autism will make him want to like spout off a lot of like unsolicited facts about things, like not even a part of the conversation. And the weird thing about it too is Phil is very rigid in what you talk about in the chat, but he'll let Derek just talk about anything and anything. He'll just go off and go, today is March 28th, 2025. 20 years ago, The Simpsons debuted an episode where the World Trade Center was a big part of the story, so they stopped using it in a syndication after 2001. Like, okay, we're talking about Dark Souls right now. I don't know where you're getting The Simpsons from.
Speaking of wrestling botches, Diaz, there was a good one tonight. You'll see it. You'll see it go around a little bit. I just saw it. It's starting to go viral a little bit. Adam Cole most likely got another concussion.
Oh, Jesus.
Kyle Fletcher was giving him an apron bomb and missed his back on the apron.
Jesus Christ.
And Adam Cole smacked his head right on the apron, which, by the way, for you wrestling fans out there, if you didn't know, the apron is the hardest part of the ring.
Let's go. Oh my goodness. Well, all the love, Spirit Bomb style energy, the good vibes sending out to Adam Cole, who, little known fact, did you know, Pat Anthony, that I was supposed to be in a match with Adam Cole in his early career in an Ultimate X match? I do believe you were actually there for that.
Yeah, I was the play-by-play commentator. I was supposed to be the play-by-play commentator for that.
That is there's a very acute word that you just said, supposed to be, because that show didn't happen. That match didn't happen because the ring and the Ultimate X setup could not be set up in time for the show to start. So the State Athletic Commission shut the shit down.
You know what I still have, Steve?
Oh.
I have Volume 1 of the Keystone Killer Chronicles
Oh, brother, you better burn
And-
that shit.
And the video footage from that night is on that DVD.
Look, Coffee, it may be hentai, but it's also art, all right? I'm just now remembering, if I could peel back the curtain a little bit, when you did the flying and bison dive in the hotel and you absolutely clocked what's her
Jamie.
face? Yeah, I was trying to protect her name, but yeah.
I'll dox her. I'll have to bring that over. I'll have to bring that over. Do you still have you have a PlayStation? Yeah, you have a DVD player.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, I do.
Yeah. I'll
I
have
could
to bring it over sometime, and we'll just it's an hour of just cringe.
Brother, it's like early 2010s cringe, where the Affliction t-shirts were a thing, the graphic tees were a thing. We were both in our drinking era. Oh, brother.
Oh my god. The first scene after the intro is just you drunk as shit looking to the camera and going, ah.
I wish I could remember, but I was blackout drunk for most of that. What's in PWR's playlist? Well, that's a good question. And to be perfectly honest, I think it's a whole bunch of old pro wrestling. He has sworn off ass, you know, he hasn't had a piece of ass since 2013. Except if you were to look at his Twitter page now, him and a friend looked like they were getting quite friendly with each other.
Okay. Well, let me take a look. See here.
Fathering, not your kid. If I say you're a bad father, that's a judgment on you. Not
Oh, really? Okay. I got that to debunk here too. You're a cunt. Your dad hates you. You work with these fucking... Listen, make sure you see this, bitch. Make sure you see it. The reason why you're in this group, because you didn't get the acceptance you wanted to when you were growing up.
Wow.
These guys make you feel this way, so you get this fills this fucking giant void in your life. You're a husk of a human being.
Wow. What is with this incel shit, bro? Hey, Runa Monet, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Projection is off the charts here, and I can't believe that these people sit here on the internet and like it's all in the same realm of people. It's Review Tech, it's Boogie, it's Wings, it's PWR, it's this incel manifesto lifestyle. Like they have nothing good to say about women, any of them. And this is like a one of many examples that Review Tech USA has, where he can't just leave it alone. He always has to go to this, like, oh, this is fatherless behavior. Like, motherfucker, you are the fatherless. Fuck out of here.
Oh, Ames, don't talk about me running away.
Shout out to Ames, by the way, fellow stoner, fellow restreamer illegally of the
what do you know about how I
internet?
raised my kids? What, I'm pissed off because Lauren was talking when we were on and off? You saw that fucking DM? Imagine blinding your daughter and then never seeing her. Couldn't be me. Yeah, imagine. So you like that?
What a
So,
super
like,
chat.
Are you...
Bro, like, I am a huge advocate of never giving these locals money, because fuck them. But, like, in this case, I'm going to say that was worth the $10.
Are you stupid?
That was worth the $10.
I know you're disingenuous, but are you stupid? So
look how fat
imagine
he is, bro.
I blinded my daughter. I blinded my
Bro, his tits are hanging underneath where the iPad is, so that's like, thank God we don't have to
Do you
see
think if
those.
he leans over, he could rest his titties on the iPad?
I have a feeling that they're like slapping up against the screen right now. Like, bro, he needs to. I would give him money to put a shirt back on.
kid. Okay. All right. And then never seeing her, which that's also not true. Okay, listen. I'm glad I at least showed who you truly are. That's all I had to do. Yeah, it's always the people that aren't parents. Like, and she's like, your ex said this, which Lauren isn't my ex. She's still with me. But yeah, she was pissed at me at the time because she was mad because
It's a different world, Moo Moo. Like, just people are just more vile to each other. And I think they say it in order for it to hurt. Like, they'll say the words that they know will make people hurt.
we were because we've bbeen on, we've been off again, and I was talking to someone else, and it made her mad. I've made all this public. I've never hit any of it. You don't know what's going on.
Yep, Ames is a beast, friend of the channel.
Today, and I
follow him on Twitter.
Real. Do the world a favor, Sav. Don't reproduce.
Damn.
And what a crash out that was. My God, he's losing his mind every single stream.
Hello, beautiful.
More and more. He failed at music producer. He's failing at ASMR. He failed at video game streaming. And it's all affected him. He knows the pressure is on, the walls are closing in, and it's only a matter of time. Because when you have an online career, it's not a lifeline. You only have a certain amount of time online until people get tired of your stuff and your numbers start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking.
The heart says
but
hello.
Then again, just like Phil,
hello, heart.
Rich is not self-aware.
He says hello.
And he's doing anything and everything to make money. He is whoring out his morals and values.
Oof.
And if you thought him taking his shirt off and being a complete loser and clown online, what if I told you he's now getting paid to walk around shirtless in real life now?
Oh, this is rough,
and
bros.
traumatize everyone that walks by him, and uses a very bad choice of words to one woman.
Me being shirtless right now is not fair to this woman. Hello, I'm very sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not trying to blind anybody.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm showing
So
off my
smooth.
physique right now. Someone paid me to do this. They paid me. They paid me.
Why is he like this?
Yeah, nipple tessellation.
Ugh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dashfire's video. RTU bait and switch tattoo, kinda sav crash out, and flagging comments. Congratulations, we did it. And Pat, I don't know if you know the rules of the stream, but when a beautiful woman walks in the door, the camera turns off. But we're going to take a quick field trip. It's going to be a couple of clips. Locale Basement decided to hook us up with some clips that they have collected over the course. It's a couple of clips really quick. We're going to finish strong.
I saw that on Twitter. Let's do that.
Yeah, we're going to finish strong, and then I will cut you loose, and we will hopefully do this again in the future. I've had a lot of fun. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I'm definitely down.
Hell yeah. And then even though we didn't hit the goal tonight, I do believe a Nova Online React is in the works. I mean, look at this face, guys. How can you look at this face and not say that this would bring in the views, the engagement, and the support? Look at this guy. It's out of control, out of control. But not to diminish the contributions of everybody here tonight. Thank you so much, Kinda Sav. Thank you so much. Darksyde Ranter, as always. We've got the community leaderboard right here. Thank you, Nocturnal, for becoming a member of the Lore Corps. And thank you. Scroll up over here. MMA Marks for the raid. Barn Dogs and Tony the Dishwasher for the follows. And let's go ahead and finish strong. Let me follow the thing here. And it's going to echo on my end, but I feel like it'll be worth it to push through this. Locale Basement, this is your time. You're up, my friend. Let me know if you guys can hear this. This is throwback to Rich calling DSP the N-word, stopping himself at the last second. Hey.
Darksyde Ranter super chatted $5. What's this about not hitting the goal? Not on my watch.
Darksyde Ranter with the 5 spot. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the 5 spot. And you know what that means. We just hit the goal. The dude's hot. He's too hot. Darksyde Ranter has been far and away one of the top supporters of this channel. One of the main reasons I was able to do the double marathon for Stepmania with the weighted vest and the ankle weights. And far and away, Darksyde Ranter is one of my favorite people to talk to while we're live about wrestling and DSP and all things locale. So big ups, mi amigo. I really do appreciate it. You know what? Because of your kindness, the next time we're together, we're definitely going to do ourselves a Nova React. How about that? Let's do that. But Darksyde Ranter, do not fret, because tomorrow I will record Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. That's going to return on the Retro Replay. I've been kind of slacking on that for all of the members of the channel. You'll get early access on Friday, but for everybody else, it will debut Saturday morning. I'm trying to recapture that vibe of the Saturday morning cartoons, you know, bowl of cereal, playing an old retro game, and not having to worry about going to school. So let's go ahead and enjoy these clips together. We will sign off for the evening, and let's just do it. Let's just jump in. Can you hear this?
Yeah, he's too insecure and he's too prideful. Phil's and Nick.
Ooh.
Thank God I am sober.
Can y'all hear that? This is some of Review Tech USA's greatest hits, and I'm using the biggest air quotes when it comes to that. You can all hear this, correct? If you can hear this, give me a hell yeah.
I cannot hear that. No.
Really? Interesting. Can the chat hear it? Did the chat hear it? Properties. Oh, it's not looking.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeesh. Thank you, Coffee. Thank you so much. You know, one of these days, the dance pad will get here. It's been almost 40 days. I don't want to keep emailing them. You can hear it? Okay.
Are they custom building it?
Yes. And it's going to be an arcade. What's the word? Replication? It's gonna essentially look like the actual arcade dance pads. All right, let's try this. Let's see if you can hear this. The chat can hear it.
Yes, he's gonna still come on later and eat that burrito.
Max Shockley donated £5 through Super Chat. You let dogs shit on the floor and kept a dirty home. This is what gave your kid the initial infection that resulted in her life being ruined. Good job.
There it is.
Cool. Good stuff. That's absolutely not what happened. Anyway, let's get back to Phil.
Did this week, so...
Damn, that cut deep. Again, we're talking about never giving these locals money. I feel like in this situation, giving him that business was definitely worth the contribution. Are you still not able to hear this?
Is anything playing right now?
Not right now, but earlier, like literally just.
I was able to hear that. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's all I was worried about. Okay, cool. Coffee says over on Twitch, it's going to be amazing when the pad is delivered. I'll try to find you some vids to dial it in on sensitivity. Please, yeah, send me all the links, send me all the videos, send me all the unsolicited collarbone photographs. You know what my Discord is. Fear Monarch on YouTube says, all good things are worth waiting for. I also tell myself refreshing all the Kickstarter projects I've paid for. Hey, yo, well, you know what? I do have a Patreon, and they just sent me an email saying, yes, because of 3 years of inactivity, we're going to shut your shit down. So I was like, damn, okay. All right, 2 of 3. We're now on to 4. Oh, this is the one where he was walking around with his shirt
He being
off.
shirtless right now is not fair to this woman.
Pat Anthonimed super chatted $5. Blue hair, blue tie. Hiding in your Wi-Fi. Miku Beam.
Miku Beam, indeed. Thank you so much, Patty, for the $5. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. But you know what that means? We just hit the goal again. Hey, thank you so much, my friend. Coffee says on Twitch, sheesh, my collarbones got some chest hair, might nair it for a classy guy like you. Oh, stop. Keep going, I'm almost there. Fear Monarch, did you pay for the mighty number 9 Kickstarter because I heard that was a disaster. I ended up playing that game for free on PlayStation Network. Ironic. All right, we already saw him with his shirt off. I'm not going to subject you guys to that again. And then last but not least, oh, this one's going to be good.
I would rather rub one out than go on a date. And it's not because I have any issues with women. It's not because it's just that here's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a job interview, even if you get along with them. Okay?
With him?
With him!
And then if it doesn't work out, then you're taking about
Look, nothing wrong with that, but hey,
you're spending money,
Yeah.
you're driving
fruity and
somewhere,
slip.
wasting time. And a lot of times, unless you're really interested in the woman, if you just rub one out, you're like, oh, I wasn't really into her. I just had a boner.
First off, I don't ever want to hear somebody like him talk like that. That's disgusting, first off. But like, I don't even know. Fear Monarch says, I back a lot of comic shit on Kickstarter. Only game I back is Mindwave, WarioWare type indie game. Might be worth a peep. Hey, well, I'm definitely going to Google that because I don't know if you know it or not, but Pat Anthony Maryland is a huge slut for Nintendo.
Yes, I am.
And WarioWare.
Check out the Switch 2 live release party. Twitch.tv/PatAnthonyMD next Wednesday night, 10:30.
Oh, at night or in the morning?
At night. No, at night. We're streaming live from GameStop.
Oh, that's right, brother. Oh boy, I'm gonna illegally restream and live react to it. Be sure to get a lot of cringe moments, like maybe a top 10 cringe moments in the GameStop line for the Nintendo Switch. Excuse me. Once it drops, I'll alternately have the front-facing baby chick in the game credits. Let's go. Front-facing baby chick, front-facing baby chick, front-facing baby chick, front-facing baby chick. And Fear Monarch is a slut for Wario and Wario-related products. Well, you know what I'm a slut for? I'm a slut for my beautiful, lovely heart waiting for me downstairs. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to cut you free, Pat. Can you let everybody know here on the internet across YouTube, Twitch, and Kick where they can find you?
Yes, sir. All my socials, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pat Anthony MD. And we are getting back to streaming next Wednesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same Stone Cold time, same Stone Cold channel for the Switch 2 release party. And then we'll be live on Thursday with some Mario Kart World. Definitely check it out. Thank you for the shout-outs.
Pat, thank you so much for hanging out with me here tonight. Thank you guys so much. You were an excellent audience. You're always welcome to come drop in whenever you want, whenever I'm live. And there's nothing else to say, but I hope you all are happy, healthy, and hydrated. I love each and every one of you platonically and consensually. And until next time, y'all, take care, be safe. Peace.